Hi, welcome to Achievers Law Academy's YouTube channel. Let me tell you a cutie story. Keep watching. India became a republic in the year 1950. The constitution promised equality, liberty and justice to every citizen. But within just 1 year after republic, a serious constitutional question reached the Supreme Court of India. This question was not about a crime, it was not about elections, it was about power. The power of Parliament to change the constitution itself. This historic moment came before the Supreme Court in the case of Shankari Prasad vs. Union of India, decided in 1951. This was the first case in India to examine the power of Parliament to amend fundamental rights. To understand this case, we need to go back to the situation of India after independence. At the time, large portions of land were controlled by zamindars. A very few people owned vast areas of land, while millions of farmers had no ownership at all. The newly independent Indian government wanted to change this unequal system. So, state governments introduced land reform laws. These laws aimed to abolish the zamindari system and redistributed land to the poor. But the zamindars were not willing to give up their land easily. They approached the courts and argued that these land reform laws violated their fundamental rights. They claimed that their right to equality under Article 14 and their right to property under Article 19 Clause 1 Subclause F were being taken away. At the time, the right to property was a fundamental right. In many cases, courts accepted these arguments and struck down the land reform laws passed by the state governments. The government realized something very important here. If courts continued to invalidate land reform laws, the entire goal of social and economic justice would fail. So, Parliament decided to act. In 1951, the Parliament passed the first Constitutional Amendment Act. This amendment introduced Article 31A and Article 31B and created the 9th schedule. The purpose was very clear and simple. Any law which is placed in the 9th schedule could not be challenged for violating fundamental rights. This amendment protected land reform laws from judicial review. But this move itself was challenged. A landowner named Shankari Prasad filed a petition before the Supreme Court of India. His argument was very simple but powerful. He relied on Article 13 Clause 2 of the Constitution. Article 13 says that the state shall not make any law which takes away or abridges fundamental rights. According to Shankari Prasad, a constitutional amendment is also a law made by the state. So, if an amendment violates fundamental rights, it should be declared void. He argued that the Parliament does not have the power to amend or take away fundamental rights. In short, he said the fundamental rights are beyond the reach of Parliament. The Government of India strongly opposed this argument. The government said that a constitutional amendment is not an ordinary law. They argued that Article 368 gives Parliament a special power called amendment power. This power is different from ordinary legislative power. According to the government, Article 13 applies only to ordinary laws and not to constitutional amendments. The government also argued that without amendment power, the constitution would become rigid and unworkable. The Supreme Court carefully examined these arguments. Then came the judgment. The Supreme Court upheld the first Constitutional Amendment Act. The court held that the word law in Article 13 does not include a constitutional amendment. Therefore, Article 13 does not restrict Parliament from amending fundamental rights. Also, the court further held that Article 368 gives Parliament wide power to amend any part of the Constitution, including the fundamental rights. As a result, the first constitutional amendment was declared valid. The land reform laws placed in the 9th schedule were protected. With this judgment, the Supreme Court clearly stated that Parliament can amend fundamental rights. At that point in time, parliamentary supremacy prevailed. But this was not the end of the story. This judgment started a very long constitutional debate in India. In later years, the Supreme Court revisited this issue. In Golaknath vs. State of Punjab, the Supreme Court took a completely opposite view. And finally, in Keshananda Bharati vs. State of Kerala, the court introduced a basic structure doctrine. But the foundation of this entire constitutional journey was laid in Shankari Prasad versus Union of India. This case teaches us one important lesson. A constitution must protect rights, but it must also evolve with society. And the balance between power and rights is never fixed. It is constantly tested. Shankari Prasad was not just a case about land. It was the beginning of Indian constitutional evolution. And that's everything you need to know about Shankari Prasad versus Union of India. If you want more important judgments explained clearly and conceptually, subscribe to Achievers Law Academy. Thank you.